This is the entire Gorilla Tag world, but it has one massive problem. There are walls everywhere, keeping the maps almost entirely disconnected from each other, and depending on the map, getting to it could take a few seconds to nearly a minute of running all the way through other maps to get to the one you want. But what if we could fix this? What if we took every Gorilla Tag map and combined them all into one open space? We're making open world Gorilla Tag. Subscribe if you enjoy. We'll start with forest as our base and try to finagle the maps together into something that looks good, while trying to keep the layout of the Gorilla world similar to in-game. First, we need to separate the walls of forest from the ground, to be used later, but for now they are just in the way, and I got to work slowly integrating each map into a single landscape, which for now is a giant square of grass. I set up the whole city, including the Monkey Blocks Mall area, and removed the walls from the comp course so it's more open, and took the current rotating map and removed its walls as well. It looks like a playground jungle gym, although you can't grab the bars like you can in-game. Then I placed arcade right outside of city between it and forest, and removed some of those walls too. I put mountains where the beach map is supposed to go, and removed the ice walls, and added more ground outside of it to turn it into an actual mountain, so try not to slide off. Then I decided to put the basement map into the ground itself, which just looked like it fit better. I thought of an idea to turn the beach map into more of a community pool, so I removed the entire ocean and left a still large but comparatively smaller pond leading to it. No more secret tunnel entrance. After that, I put both caves and crystal caverns into the ground and dug a hole for them too, which this time actually makes sense and looks pretty natural too. The clouds entrance went right above the stump, but old clouds might just be better for this type of map. The metropolis lost the ring of buildings outside the map and also got turned into a pond, but I reused the rotating map railroad to directly lead to the map entrance, which is also a railroad, though you can just go around and is probably faster too. I put the bayou map between beach and mountain, so all the water is still pretty close to each other, and then I finally put the canyons map halfway in the ground so it looks like the canyons were cut out. After fixing the floor up and re-adding the forest walls we were hiding, but a lot bigger, the map is looking pretty good, but a little empty. So I decided to add the good rotating maps we've gotten before, like the swamp map by just lining it up and removing a small piece of the rock, as well as adding the pyramid map by digging the hole I should have cut out instead, so you could still go inside the pyramid itself. Then I added a bunch of trees in the empty space, and here we have the open world Gorilla Tag map, containing every map except that one crappy winter rotating map. And after all this work in Blender, I imported it into Unity, and okay, it's mostly back, and after some small fixes, it's time to finally bake the lighting and make it look good. And then we get to check it out in game. So let's hop into it. This is going to be my first time actually seeing it in game. It is taking forever to load all the objects. It's finally loaded. Here we go. Open world Gorilla Tag. I hope I set colliders up on everything right. Look at this. Just a huge map. The walls are really far out. We have all of the maps in just one huge open space. Something happened to the stump texture. I don't really know. And the lights might be a little too bright. But here we have forest right in the middle. Here's forest. And there you got the beach map over there. We got mountains. You got the bayou. You got city over here. Canyons, caves, and crystal caves. Wait. I don't know what happened to caves. Caves, I accidentally deleted caves at one point. Mines is still there, though. Don't worry, we still have mines. Crystal caverns is fine, though. It's looking pretty bright in there, too. But hopefully don't fall out of the map. I did not set up a teleporter, so I'm going to just get back out of this hole. But here we've got canyons right next to it. Yeah, good old canyons. We can climb up on top of canyons. I didn't set up any of the slippery walls. We can get a good view of the whole map. Look at this. Some of the textures are weird. The Blender Unity was not perfect, especially with how some of the objects are like combined. So don't worry about the fact that we don't have the kind of clay. We just got kind of more canyon that is carved into the little houses. And the vines look horrible. And all the construction. But if you just forget all of the newer canyon stuff, actual just canyons, they look pretty good. And it's just like an actual just big mountain, and then canyons were cut out of the ground, and then you have the canyons. You know, it makes sense. There you go. You know, go down in the canyons. Woo! Canyons will always be the best map. And unfortunately, the ropes, they don't work. We can't have ropes in the custom maps, but you can climb up them. And then try it, and fail. But the whole point is, like, when you're done, like, hey, I'm done with canyons. I want to get out of here. You can just come right out and go to whatever map you want. Like, I want to go to the rotating map, the funny bars that you can grab, but this also doesn't work in custom maps. Let me just try to climb up here a little bit, and then I don't actually know how high I can actually go on these without being able to grab. But then once again, right next to it, we have another map. I put the city map here and removed all the walls. You can just walk right in. Oh, look at that. It's really bright in here. It's very bright. Too many lights. But it's just out and open. You can just walk through wherever you want. And just imagine if this was all just set up to just set you in a lobby when you got near the map. instead of having to enter like a tunnel. So if I walk back over here, it would like, as soon as I hit up here, boom, I'm in forest, in a forest lobby. We can play some tag in here. And then when I'm done, I can come over here to city and grab some cosmetics and boom, pop into a different lobby. Or you can fall into the basement. Whee! I made it, yeah, okay. I made it so you can get out of here. Good. And we've got the arcade map, mountains right here with the big walls that I made, so it's like an actual mountain. Because mountains kind of always was a disappointment to me because it was never an actual like mountain. It was kind of just another landscape. It didn't have much verticality aside from just going up there. But now we have like a huge actual mountain. You can just jump off it if you want. Whee! And I didn't make this water, but I could. This is a concept, but you could definitely make this a lot better. We have the nice monkey city, the monkey metro map, just chilling out here in the middle of this giant field, just in the ground. We got the temple map over there that actually goes in the ground. You can go under there. No joke, I spent the longest amount of time trying to make this something you can go into, but I guess I forgot something, and you can't go down here. Dang it. And even if you look up, we got the clouds map up there. I don't really want to climb up there. Alright, I'll go up the clouds. Here we go. Big tunnel. Big tunnel. This is gonna take forever. We made it. Finally. Don't go right down the other hole. That would suck. And we're here. We can't really do anything. We don't have, I didn't put gliders here. I didn't put any gliders in the map. So this clouds map is kind of useless. But I also didn't put any wind barriers. So we can't jump off the map. Whee! Going back down to the swamp. And too bad it didn't actually add water. Fall damage. We can walk on water over to the beach map. I don't know what happened to all the reefs under the water. It's just, they were all one color. Some of them I never even recolored. And a lot of the ground did not really work out. Beach map does not look good in this map. I think the pond idea came out pretty good too. Just got a nice little hole in the ground, got some water in it, and we got a beach and a beach map. Look at that. And we got the bayou, which is still surrounded by a bunch of trees, but I did take out some of them so you could actually get in here and then back out with an easy entrance. But I did remove the secondary wall that was between all the trees, so you can actually just go between the trees and just go out. Don't mind the leaves on the trees. They're all bad and they're all the same. Just don't worry about them. It's horrible. And I may have forgotten to lower the ground a bit for city, so we just kind of have a broken city here. At least we still have the microphone. It's just poking out the ground. And we can finish the comp course without walls. Here we go. Boom. Big jump. I hit something. What did I hit? There's nothing there. And right over here, we're near the swamp map. You just come over here and climb up these walls. I'm coming home, Shrek. Oh, looks like there's no outhouse here. Oh no. And here's Doug sitting in the ground. What? I don't know why. But I just think it would be cool if Gorilla Tag was completely open like this instead of being very closed off with all the walls and having to go through all the different maps to get to the map you want to play. But I also know Lemming at one point was going to have an open world section of Gorilla Tag, if not just have Gorilla Tag be open world. It was an idea way before anything like the Gorilla Tag we have now, and it was definitely scrapped a long time ago, but I still think it would be awesome. So here's a before and after, the Gorilla World as you know it, and then my maybe, possibly, could be an improvement open world Gorilla Tag. There are some problems with this idea, like what happens if you get juked into another map. It'd make you leave the lobby you were in and would be very frustrating. Imagine if we had 100 players in this open world, which with how many maps we have inside of Gorilla Tag now, wouldn't even be enough players to have 10 in every map. Unfortunately, this map is going to be impossible to release since it sits at about 6 million vertices and 17,000 batches, which is about 20 times the limit for custom maps on Quest 2, and would probably melt your headset. But let me know what you think of this open world Gorilla Tag map. How would you improve it? And that's the end of this video. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and make sure to use code SNAIL.